Reselling life.
Good morning or good evening, depending on where you're watching from. Welcome to another episode of This Is Your Reselling Life. Tonight, or this morning, we have an awesome guest all the way from the States, Ben. So without any further ado, we'll get him up on the screen and talk about his life in the reselling game. Good morning, Ben. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Thanks for coming along today.
Thanks for having me.
What, this evening, your time?
I'll figure it out.
It's like 7:30 here.
Yeah, all these time zones are messing with our head. So it's cool that we can organize a time.
Yeah.
So 22, you're sort of in and out of a few different places, Orlando, Tampa, Merritt Island. So do you want to tell everyone how you sort of got into the reselling game and where that sort of all began for you?
So it was actually Ryan who just told me, like, it's a good thing to do on the side. And at the time I was doing website design. I had a website design company with my dad. Yep. And he kept telling me, you should just go try it out. But what I was doing, I had to focus so much on what I was doing that I didn't have time. But then I just decided to try it out, and then I really liked it.
That's awesome. I think sometimes it takes that like little bit of a push, and then once you get into it, it just sort of snowballs from there.
Yeah. It's a little bit addictive.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Especially sourcing.
We'll make sure we say hello to a few people in the chat before we get too much further into the chat. Sure. So Callie was the first one in. Thanks, Callie, dropping in nice and early. We've got Retro Rescuers, Pommy Picker, Look Mum, I'm Hustling, Tommy, Thrift.me, Jazz Cell. Who's that person?
Hey.
Look Mom, I'm Hustling is the one with the beagle, right? They have a really cute beagle.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
yeah.
Archie the Beagle is famous.
Yeah. Drew and Sarah. Liz in Second Life Sales, Just Me.
Oh my lord.
Reseller Down Under, Ken Skeet, and Beck King. So thanks everyone for coming along. We know it's a Saturday morning, so thanks for taking time out of your sourcing routine to come and have a chat with us.
Thanks, Aussies, for skipping the garage sales.
Yeah. So you mentioned that sort of you got pushed in by Ryan, but what platforms do you sell on? Like what are the platforms that you use to do your reselling?
I started on eBay because it was just the easiest to get into, and Ryan and Ali knew the most about that platform. And then once I started like selling vintage clothing, I noticed that it sold better for me on Depop. And then I also sell like Supreme and Yeezys and Jordans and all that. So I sell on Grail and StockX as well. But most of my sales are from eBay.
Okay. Go ahead.
eBay's our platform too.
Yeah.
They're the best. But in Australia, I guess we don't have as many kind of options as you guys, but we did just, inspired by yourself, start our Depop store just like 3 days ago. It's got maybe 5 pictures on it.
Awesome.
So we haven't had any sales, but we're kind of curious, like, what's the best things about Depop and what's the kind of things we might have to look out for?
Honestly, it just seems to have like a bigger vintage community. There's a lot more people on there looking for vintage in particular. And on eBay, there's just like appliances and all these other things.
Everything ever.
Yeah, it's just like, it's mainly clothing that I see on Depop. But sometimes people sell shoes and like accessories, but that's just where I saw like vintage mainly.
Is your vintage community over there kind of close knit? Do you all know each other? Is it a bit competitive?
It's all over the country, and it is pretty competitive in Florida. But like once you start getting into the vintage community, you do kind of like recognize certain names and like get to know them.
Yeah. You guys find a lot of vintage tees in your stores. Like when we're watching different videos, we're just shocked by how much you actually find.
It is. It's pretty crazy, but I'm always jealous of like people in California that have like all the vintage over there.
That's where the fire is.
Yeah, that's what it seems like anyway.
And do you have to do a lot of like sourcing outside of op shops to find vintage gear? Do you do a lot of local deals, or is most of it from op shops?
I source online quite a bit, but I still think most of the inventory I have is from thrift stores. Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, the adrenaline when you find something cool is just
it's addictive,
isn't it? So addictive.
You guys might know these people. I'm not sure.
I've heard of them.
Ralli Roots, what's up? Thanks for coming along.
They need to update their profile.
Titanic got me hyped. Retro Rescuers.
Yes.
Everyone's loving the background. Callie's saying she's made the set, so that's awesome.
It's
Thanks,
true.
Callie.
It was Callie's idea.
Tommy, Ben, I feel you have a great pulse on the demographics moving forward. Where do you see the future of eBay, and what age groups are using each platform?
Oh, just touched on that with Depop.
Yeah,
that's more of a Ryan and Allie question, but I'll try and answer it. I think people will always continue to use eBay because it has such a big audience, and there's so many things you can sell on there. And what age groups are using each platform? I would definitely say that Grail is mainly like people in their 20s and 30s, but anyone can sell on it. eBay is all over, and Depop is probably aged targeted towards younger people as well, like 20s and 30s.
Yeah. And you source a lot of sort of those hype items. So how do you sort of get your hands on that stuff? Like, I know it's a pretty hot market when you're trying to buy, you know, the new release Jordans or the new release Yeezys or whatever they are. How do you keep on top of those drops?
There's a lot of ways to do it. Instagram is usually the main way of like getting notified, like what drops are happening, just following certain accounts that post that type of stuff. But you can also just like go on like Adidas website and see when the next drop is, and you can sign up for in-store releases or online releases. But I get mine all online with like no bots. I don't pay for bots and do all that stuff. I don't really like that. But yeah, I mainly buy hype stuff online.
And you picked up a nice pair the other day that you were worried that your partner might steal from you.
Oh yeah, Brianna, she's actually in the chat. She said hi.
Oh
Hello.
yeah, here we are. Brianna, hello. Thanks for coming along.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So the other day we had a quick chat, and you sort of said you're sort of moving around between those three places. So you sort of work a week on, week off, or how do you sort of structure your working schedule?
I usually work with Ryan and Allie every other week, but since they just started mentoring and releasing all this wholesale, I usually come as much as I can. So I'll be back here again this week. I was just here the whole week, but I'm going to come back again next week and help out.
You're in high demand.
Yeah, busy man.
Well, Callie's wrist has been kind of hurting, and she can't lift those boxes. So.
Poor Callie.
Tommy's asking any Mercari or Poshmark for you at all.
So I downloaded both those apps and tried selling on both of them. I didn't sell anything on Mercari, but I sold a few things on Poshmark, but I just didn't really like the platform. There's a lot of social media you have to do, like sharing on Facebook, and I don't even have a Facebook account, so it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think I'd find that quite draining, having to be constantly sharing and
and trying to manage all those different accounts as well. Like we struggle with just two eBay accounts and a Depop, and Depop tiny. So
and then when something sells on eBay, you have to quickly go delete it on the other platform. It's pretty annoying.
But it's good exposure, like those sort of hype items and those vintage items. You kind of want more exposure because you know that they're going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, sorry. We're at the warehouse and there's like a highway, like people there's also a train track behind here. Yeah, it might get loud, so sorry about that.
That's all right. So this is part of sort of what we're going to talk about as well. So you do a lot of photography, and that's your main role within the team, is it?
Yeah, that's the main thing I do.
And you have your own separate account for your personal photography as well?
Yeah, but I'm not trying to like build that up or anything. It's just a hobby of mine that I enjoy.
But it's something that you enjoy. I want to know how what sparked an interest in photography for you?
I did it way before I started reselling. I think I started in high school, and I just had like a little Polaroid camera, instant Polaroid. And then I really wanted to get into digital photography because that's what everyone was doing. So my dad bought me like a bridge camera. So it didn't have a detachable lens, but it had like a super zoom telephoto lens, and then it had like extra optical zoom on it. So I was able to like take pictures of the moon and stuff. And that's where I kind of just fell in love with it. But
do you enjoy nature photography then, or more portraits or city? Or
I started landscape photography. That's what I really like to do, like long exposures and setting up with the tripod and stuff. But I've just completely dropped digital and went to film because I missed it so much. And I really like portraits the most right now. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I just go up to random people and ask if they look interesting. I ask like, hey, can I take a picture? And most of the time people are happy about it.
Cool.
So awesome.
Yeah.
And do you think that sort of helped you in your sort of eBay photography? Like, how to set up the camera properly and get those really crisp images?
eBay, like product photography is pretty easy compared to like being out there, like asking people. You just have to have the lighting and settings right, really. So you have to know how to use a camera for sure.
Does it ever kill your inspiration though when you've just photographed 50 pairs of shoes?
No, not really. Usually, because
usually
what kills my inspiration is like when I have to list for Ryan and Ali, and then I want to list for something on my account. I don't want to do it because I've just done it so much. So
your own gets neglected.
Yeah.
Oh no.
My little brother's in the chat too. My younger brother.
Hello.
Straight shade.
Oh no, we're behind.
Straight shade.
Yeah, his name's Daniel.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks for coming along, Daniel. That's awesome.
All the support.
Yeah, I've got the whole fam in, so thanks for coming along.
I tried to tell as many people, so
yeah, it's
your first interview. I can't believe that.
So thanks for coming on and being the first people you have let interview you.
You guys get exclusive access.
I know.
We've got the scoop on Ben. Ryan and Ali and Callie.
All of you guys watching, you want to stay tuned for Ryan and Ali's PayPal and eBay account.
I'll give you
the passwords at the end.
And their second store is also at the end. So
if any of them have an awesome question for Ben that we would never think of, please do drop it in.
No, don't do it.
We don't know what we don't know to ask.
Steph is asking, as a newbie on Depop, any suggestions on some good accounts to follow for inspiration? I hear Benandjamin is pretty good one to follow. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't pay attention to anyone else's account. I mean, like, that kind of sounds mean, but like they do feature like really cool accounts. They send emails out, and usually I just follow those ones. But I just focus on what I'm doing.
There's so many people modeling the clothes on Depop. I'm so surprised.
They recommend that.
Yeah.
That's like their number one recommendation, and then they say use like a bright, colorful background. But they want to like show how the clothing feels and like looks on people. So
the lawn seems to be working.
Yeah, I try and switch it up. I usually use the lawn, but I try and like switch it up every now and again.
And was there like a reason for the lawn, like, or did you just was like, oh, this will be cool? Like,
good color, natural light.
The natural light definitely helps. I don't have to worry about like lighting in the studio or anything like that. But it's just like I can take something from the thrift store, find a patch of grass, and like put it on the lawn, like right there. So
good.
So good.
Has there ever been a shirt that you or anything that you sold that you kind of wish you hadn't let go?
I feel like if I held on to that 9 Inch Nails Pretty Hate Machine one that I found at the thrift, it probably would have sold for more. But I was just so happy to find that shirt that I just like I wanted to. I found someone that was like a really big fan of 9 Inch Nails and sold it to them. So
yeah,
that feels really good.
At least you're not going to a good home and it's going to get like the love it deserves. So I think sometimes it is hard letting go of those pieces that are just like you really love as well. But if you kept everything you loved, you'd end up with.
Do you have a huge personal collection?
No, I don't have a huge personal collection. I just like shirt that fit me nice. I mean, I have a stack that I like to keep for myself, but if someone offers me the right amount, I don't really mind selling it. But there's a few that I wouldn't sell. Like I wouldn't sell the MC Escher one. That's my favorite, like one of my favorites.
Awesome.
That's so cool. Tommy, would VAs be of any use sourcing vintage for you to flip? No, I struggle trying to do online arbitrage like that and keep up with eBay and all. I keep contemplating it.
What, virtual assistants?
Yeah.
Not at my stage. Maybe for Ryan and Ali, but it's just a side hustle for me. Like Ryan and like I'm the photographer for their business first, and then my side stuff second. But yeah, if you have a huge eBay store, then definitely. Yeah,
and you kind of use your side hustle to like sort of break up those periods when you're not working and when you are, just as a secondary type income.
And I still do some like marketing for my dad's website design company as well. So whenever he needs,
like a businessman, isn't he?
Yeah,
my dad, He's the
Yeah,
best. He taught us
he's
everything.
amazing.
Ryan and
You're
I know.
very, very switched on,
Yeah.
maybe because of that influence.
Yeah, he knows. He's the best.
That's awesome. Proud of you, bro. Biz wouldn't be the same without you. Excited to see where you go in the future. Don't forget about the little guys when you grow up.
That's awesome.
Thank
What is
you.
the end goal, Ben? What's your wildest dream?
My wildest dream is just to see Ryan and Ali do well. That's really. I just want to see their business grow. So I'm here.
I think you guys have like a really good team aspect, and you all bring such strengths to the table.
The A team.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really cool to hear about your side of it as well, because we're always hearing and you always see what's going on in front of the camera, but you don't really know what's happening behind the scenes. Like you get snippets, but to hear from someone that's got their own little business running and also can support that growth is really cool.
Yeah, you're doing a lot.
Yeah, I'm just not a talkative person. I'm used to being behind the camera, not in front of it. So
yeah,
we put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Well, thanks heaps for agreeing to come on, because getting some awesome info. Got to keep an eye out for those vintage diapers, right, Ben?
Is that a thing?
That's my friend Samuel. And there is vintage diapers sell for a lot of money, and I remember telling him about it, and his mind was blown. So that's
my mind is blown.
I've never found any yet, but if you can get like vintage diapers that are like sealed in the package still, they sell for like $200-$300 sometimes.
That's insane.
And that's the sort of thing like you just don't think about until you know it. Do you know what I mean? It's like one of those acquired knowledges.
Yeah.
How much gross profit do you make off my X-Files purchases? Can your unborn child go to college now?
I make like $5 off Retro Rescuers, like sending them shirts, because I give them a deal and then I have to pay for postage. You guys know how expensive that is. So I've lost money sending you guys stuff. So no, they can't go to college.
You should be charging them twice as much, I reckon.
That's true. I will next time.
Put a surcharge on it.
We love you. What else have we got in here?
Oh my gosh,
here's a good question. Brianna's asking, what are your wildest dreams? Like, what are your goals?
Wildest dream for yourself? Yeah.
My girlfriend asks me that, and I have to answer that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I would answer that if she just asked me without being on the camera. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with my life. Like, I don't know. I honestly can't answer that question. I'm trying to think though. Wildest dream. I don't know. I guess just have like a side thing where I can maybe like an art gallery or something of photography.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Go get it. That's awesome. Go team.
Kelly's sitting right next to me. She's over
there. Showing the support.
Kelly's coming.
Hey there.
Hello.
Fancy meeting you here.
Kelly's got the best Australian accent since Australia.
You said you have the best Australian accent since Australia.
The audio is like way off.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's a cool shirt too, Kelly.
You guys like my shirt? It's pretty cool, right?
But we'll bring you up on the. There you go.
Look at that print.
Oh, that's extreme.
The only thing I wear is white t-shirts or vintage t-shirts. Those are the only two things that I wear.
So a plain white tee fan then?
Yeah, like not the band. Hey there, Delilah.
Yeah. So I know that Ryan said Retro's a package.
Some anthrax.
Okay. It's a bit scary.
We'd like a live unboxing, please.
Yeah. Here we go. Ben are using a simple export rate. It's like $9.95 to $13.95 max for a shirt.
I don't know what that means.
I think it means like sending stuff overseas. Do you use a flat rate pricing, or like how do you send stuff over?
I do a first class package international mail usually. And I mean, I don't know, that it's usually about like $20 to $25 to send over there.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I know when we went that way, it cost us about 38, I think, for
Mhm.
2 shirts. That's Australian dollars, though. So,
Australian shipping is wild.
do you want to travel anywhere at all, Ben?
I want to go back to New York. I went when I was like, I think 14, 15, but I definitely want to go back there. And round 2's over there too. I know a few people over there. So
Yeah, we've seen a bit of their gear, some pretty cool stuff. all the vintage gang getting together.
Any plans to come back to Australia?
well, now that I know you guys, maybe.
Hey, come
Well,
drifting.
You're more than welcome. We have a spare room and plenty of thrift shops, so you're more than welcome to come along.
I would have to see Retro Rescuers as well, though.
Yeah,
We'll
they're
have a
over
big
in,
meetup.
they're over in Melbourne, so we'll have to organise something.
Melbourne would probably be more fun. Let's all go to Melbourne.
Yeah.
So speaking of Australia, you lived in Australia for a year, and what were you doing in Perth?
Ryan and my dad had a website design company because Ryan did website design before he started reselling, and my mom's family lives in Australia. So me, my younger brother, my parents, Ryan and Ellie, all moved to Western Australia just to get like a new start, really. And website design wasn't really a huge thing, and SEO, search engine optimization, getting people to the top of page of Google. It wasn't really a huge thing over there, so they were making a killing.
Yeah, especially over in Perth, there's like a lot of like mining companies and stuff that would be using, search engines and stuff to find certain stuff. So
Perth is the furthest away from everything.
Yeah, it's like kind of like an isolated pocket of Australia.
Trust me, we know how. That's why we kind of moved back, is we just missed America too much.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I wish we got to see the other parts. I've gone to Sydney, but never anywhere else. I got to see the Opera House and the bridge, but
Ticked off the boxes.
Yeah, all the tourist attractions.
Yeah.
How long ago was that you were in Australia?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
It was a long time.
In a minute.
Yeah. We've got Tracy in the
Hello,
chat.
Tracy.
Thanks for coming along, Tracy.
Hi.
Your friend Samuel is asking favorite 80s movie and favorite 90s movie. All 3 of you, please. Oh, wow.
We don't have to answer. Sam, it's a stupid question. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm saying Jim Henson. Dark Crystal.
I would have to look at my phone, but I do like Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, classic.
Yeah. I'm not sure what year it was released, but Saving Private Ryan was probably one of my favorite films.
It's a good movie too.
And also, I can't remember what it's called. I'd have to think about Shawshank Redemption. I really like that.
Oh, yeah,
movie.
that one's good.
We'll try and catch up with the chat a
Oh,
little bit.
sorry, guys. Always.
I haven't even been reading it.
I want to go down under. Callie said she wants to come down. So, yeah, if any of you guys want to come over, you're more than welcome.
I'm sure we'll go there eventually. I know Ryan and Allie really want to go to Japan next, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And I want to too, but
our family's in the chat as well.
Hey, hello.
A lot of land between places in WA, and a lot of people buy online. So
That's a good point.
they were living up near the top of WA not that long ago, so they definitely understand the struggles.
Oh, yeah.
We lived in Mandurah.
Mandurah.
Yeah.
I have not been.
Haha, saving Ben some coin. Never-ending story.
Oh my God, never-ending story.
That's a good comment.
Thank you, Drew.
I guess my next question for you is, what has been your biggest challenges in your reselling journey? Has there been a point where it's been difficult, or a challenge that you've had to sort of overcome?
I would say just managing my time. I don't really get to focus on eBay and Depop as much as I would like to, because I'm doing all this stuff, but I don't mind. Like my eBay doesn't have that many items on it because I haven't had the time really to go sourcing and stuff. But when I do find really good pieces, I put on my Instagram, and that's where I sell most of my stuff, on Instagram now. So
That's interesting. Yeah. It's where people are searching for the vintage hashtag.
Yeah. I think I only have 3 things for sale on there, and everything else is sold.
Wow. Do you think Instagram is the future of reselling? Do you think that's going to be a big thing that blows up?
They're like rolling out and you can buy stuff through Instagram. So I definitely think that maybe you can just put like, I have an all over print shirt, a price for it, and you can just click and buy it. So that would be pretty cool. If they do that, then yeah, maybe.
Wow.
I know a few people down here have sort of started cornering that market. There's a guy that does like vintage surfwear, and he sells everything on IG as a bid. So everyone will just comment and then just keep commenting down, and he gets some crazy money for his stuff. So I think it's definitely
considering it's not actually designed for selling, it's pretty impressive that he's using that platform.
Retros is saying Terminator 2 for the win.
Good movie too. There's so many good 90s and 80s movies.
Yeah. Rebound Classic G Classic C
IG
Classics IG. Jeez. Do you plan on starting a big personal collection in case prices change?
Oh.
I actually just started like talking to Rebound Classics. He's like one of the best vintage accounts on Instagram. So I told him I was going live, and he was like reminding me like 10 minutes before it was happening to make me nervous and stuff. But it's pretty cool that it's here. So thanks for coming. Do I? Yeah, maybe I'll buy something and hold on to it. Like I do that with shoes.
Oh yeah.
Like I still have a dead stock pair of Travis Scott ones, and those are going for like 2,000 right now. So.
Wow.
Oh
Crazy.
My Lord.
Retro's saying, let us all get in on the Japan trip.
Let's all go. That'd be fun.
Logistics in the chat.
Yeah. Afterwards, we'll organize that.
Yeah.
Time management is super important. Absolutely.
You
so
had-
Dave is another reseller in Australia. So yeah.
You had him on your show before too, right?
Yeah. The last Tuesday one was Damo's.
Yeah, I think I saw him there.
Yes, meet us there. We'll go next year sometime. Let's not talk about. There was a cool question that here we go. Is there a Grail shirt you're looking for right now? What's on the radar?
A vintage Metal Gear Solid t-shirt. That's like my favorite video game series of all time, and I will spend some money on that shirt if I find one in my size.
So if everyone could just keep an eye out.
So everyone in Australia, keep an eye out for a Metal Gear Solid vintage.
I don't know if I'm going to pay Australian postage, but we'll see.
Look, if we find one, we'll send it to you without postage.
Okay. Sounds good.
Supreme.
Really just said Supreme, that's it? That's
a random comment. Jumping in on the chat.
Bought some fake Supreme.
Yeah, we did buy some fake Supreme. So before I learned enough about Supreme to understand what it was, I bought 2 caps for like $4 each from Savers. But the thing is, by buying them, I learned what the real stuff was. So it wasn't really a loss.
Didn't you send me pictures of them and I helped you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was a while back. But Ben helped us out, actually.
Yeah.
Ben and another guy in Australia helped us out with that. So thank you for helping us.
I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to Supreme, but I could tell those hats were pretty off.
Yeah, we had people jump in straight away and we're like, oh my God, guys, what if no, yeah.
But the thing is, like, we didn't want to spend heaps of time in the shop, and we knew for $4 it didn't really matter. So we're like,
$4 you sometimes just grab
let's just learn them, and then we know for future.
Lesson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you always accidentally buy something fake.
Yeah.
How big is Supreme over there? Like, do you guys see it at all?
I don't see it. I've never seen it like real in an op shop or anything. It's pretty big in terms of like people wearing it. But then again, you can't really, I can't tell from a distance if all of it's real or half of it's fake, and they're just rocking. So
I've never found Supreme at the thrift store, but I know a lot of people that have, and a lot of people in California have, because they have a store out there. So
it can happen.
That helps. Yeah. Do you find anything retro video game related sells instantly when it comes to shirts?
Yeah, it's pretty nostalgic for certain people. And if there's something that people like me, if I find a Metal Gear Solid t-shirt, I will spend money on it. Like, yeah, people will buy it. There's no price tag when it comes to something that someone likes.
Yeah, and I think we've learned that as well. Like some of the stuff that we've sold, vintage band tees, and it's just gone for crazy money overseas. So
we feel really cheeky when we price it super high, and then someone just doesn't even put an offer on. We're like, wait, should we have gone higher?
I mean, that's the cool thing. The cool thing about vintage is someone, like, I really like Depeche Mode, the band, and someone may think that's like a $20 shirt, but I might see it as like a $70 shirt, and I'll pay that. So Yeah.
Australia. Oh, sorry. I clicked on the wrong one.
Good clicking.
But we'll talk about this anyway. What's your favorite personal piece you have right now?
Is it?
Is it Titanic? Or
that one's definitely one of them. But I have a lot of like black vintage T-shirts, but I only have one vintage white T-shirt, and it's like that Keith Haring piece it together one. I think it's on my Instagram. I can pull up a picture of it quick. Hold on.
Yeah, show us that.
I'll put you on single screen.
Hold on.
There you go.
It's this one.
Hold on, I'll drop out the comment.
Oh,
that is cool.
Yeah. So that one's one of my favorites just because it's the only white vintage T-shirt that I have.
I will comment on the Polo Bear on the cap as well. Very, very nice. Yeah, and Polo is like your favorite brand, right? Like the Polo Bear. That's
it's one of my favorites just because of the Polo Bear. Yeah, it's pretty iconic, and it's like the only hats I wear. I have like a bunch of these in different colors and different bears. So,
what are some of your other favorite brands that you look out for?
Polo's one of them. I like Nike and Adidas. Like I don't have like a favorite of the two. I like both of them. I'm trying to think. Like I said, I either wear a vintage shirt or like Hanes. Hanes is my favorite, one of my favorite brands, just because it's like I can get a pack of 6 for $10 at Walmart. So that's what I like.
Australia is very behind the times. Yeah,
we are.
We're sort of like, it's like, I think it goes like the US picks it up, the UK pick it up, and then like 3 years later, Australia pick it up.
Whoa!
Yeah, but you do get movies before we do. Like I remember watching one of the Avengers before America and telling people in America how it was.
We'll take it
because it's Saturday over there, right?
Yeah.
So you're ahead.
We're in the future.
Yeah, you're in the future. What's Saturday like right now?
It's all right.
It's pretty good.
When it comes around, you let us know how yours is. Cause,
in the chat, who's going to win the grand finals today? Isn't it the grand finals?
Yeah, comment below, Richmond or GWS. So we were talking about the grand final earlier. So in Australia, the AFL grand final's on today. So there's probably a few people already hitting the drinks and some barbecues.
Chucking a shrimp on the barbie.
It's just after lunch our time. So thanks for everyone that's come along. It's probably a bit of an awkward time for people, but it's great to have everyone in.
You've seen grand finals before, but you have never seen a Benjamin interview.
That's right.
I've been to a footy game before, and I had no idea what was going on. So
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I'm a big football fan, but my team got knocked out before even the finals, so whatever.
Lame.
Just have a few brewskis with the boys today. Supreme gets around here in Melbourne, but all at high-end stores.
Yeah. No one's donating them.
Kelly's saying I only shop for clothes in our warehouse. we do that too.
When Ryan and Ali were making wholesale lots today, Ali was like looking at the shoes and trying them on for herself. She was having a hard time deciding which one.
I think that's the hard thing when you do get into reselling is when you find cool stuff that fits you. You're like, I could sell this for X amount of money, but I really want to keep it.
Yeah.
I think that Mitchell was saying he has a really, really, really expensive pair of shoes that he should sell, but he just wears them to blow people's mind.
We're going to catch up with the chat again.
Oh, we're the worst.
I collect Polo, by far my favorite band, always on the 1992 Stadium Club hunt.
Oh.
Yeah, all the stadium stuff is really cool.
Footy mate.
Mate.
GWS apparently. Oh, we got one for Richmond. You ever played lawn bowls? That was my favorite when we lived there.
We have actually.
We did. We went to some of my parents, and we played lawn bowls, and we were horrible at it because you got to
really get
the right side of the ball the right way, otherwise it just
Yeah, I remember they used to have like tournaments with their friends playing lawn.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
3 pitches
wide. Yeah. It's good fun. If Polo could use another mascot instead of a bear, what would the animal would you want it to be? That's deep.
Think about this because they might listen to this.
Yeah.
They're definitely watching right now.
I would want a bulldog for sure. They've used the bulldog before, but like a little embroidered bulldog dressed up or something would be pretty cool.
So good. Ben actually sent me a photo of his dog when he lived in Australia because its name was Jazzy.
And you didn't show it to me?
No, I'll have to show you later. It's so cool. It's like, got this little paw up like, hi.
Oh,
I'll post it on IG. Is that all right, Ben?
Yeah, that's fine. I can show it now, though. I think I have it on my phone.
Just show me.
Gotta go to my dogs folder. I think I have it on.
The best thing about this is you have a dogs folder. That's
Everyone should have a dogs folder.
She passed away this year, which is unfortunate.
Oh
but
no, that's so hard.
here she is. There's Jazzy.
Oh,
So
hey
cute.
Jazzy.
like going for the high five.
That was when I was teaching her how to do paw, and she learned it the first day because she figured out she could get food by doing it. So
I haven't learnt it yet, but I'd do it for food.
yeah,
You would. I have a Supreme fanny pack, but it may be fake.
you can DM me and I can try and help.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really know much about Supreme, but I've sold a few fanny packs. So
I just love saying fanny pack.
Yeah. Fanny pack. Fanny means a completely different thing.
Oh yeah, I know.
So we say it extra.
Yeah. More. Tozzy Thrifters, what do you guys like to resell most? Oh man, that's hard. We probably sell mostly clothing, but we probably prefer to sell like games and hard goods and
Games
stuff.
are fun. Awesome shoes are fun.
Yeah. Yep. Poof, AFL. So
What's AFL?
there's a big standoff in Australia
There's a
between
rift.
NRL, which is like rugby, and AFL, which is football. Like the northern states love rugby, and then like all the southern and eastern states love football. So
I just agree with whoever I'm with at the time.
My dad loves rugby. Is it the Springboks, right? And the All Blacks?
yeah. So that's rugby union. And then
Oh,
there's rugby league as well. So
Wait.
there's two different types.
It's different again.
Yeah, it's confusing. I was going to that. We might be here for 4 hours. My dog folder is like a quarter of my phone's memory.
yeah, and you guys just got the dog too.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
It's already filling up.
I wear fanny packs every day.
Sure, she does.
Hey, we flipping good stuff.
We Flippin' Good Stuff is our Aussie trash picker. He goes around hard rubbish and finds incredible stuff. So
yeah, Zach is
check in.
awesome. He hard rubbish king over here. A bit like taco stacks, I suppose.
You need to resell that hat.
This hat's not going anywhere. This is the second one, and I liked Kelly's little note that she wrote us in the pack. So
He
thanks,
doesn't
Kelly.
take it off. This is his second hat because he destroyed the first
I
one.
did.
You guys, they should probably make more different designs so you can have like different colors to wear.
A collection of Ralli Roots hats
True. Do it.
to wear with your suit. Oh, okay. I wanted to ask about working with your family. So I once worked in a health food store that hired my mother for a month. And it was very, very interesting working alongside her because we get along really, really well, but we bickered. But you guys seem to have an amazing dynamic. So is working with your family something that you obviously want to continue long term? And is it kind of, do you have good communication?
It's a good question. So right out of high school, I worked with my dad in the website design business. And one of the most important things you have to do is switch between, like when you're at work, he's your boss. And when you're at home, he's your dad or parent or whoever you're working with. You have to like differentiate between parent or spouse or whatever and business partner. It's important. And then once you do that, you won't get your feelings hurt. Like if Ryan says something pretty stern to me, I know that he's just telling me something that he wants done because it's part of the business. But yeah, so that's one of the most important things.
Personally, like you would from a sibling.
Yeah, I think that's great advice because it is hard sometimes to switch between that like family and like work ethic. So I think you guys have a really good balance.
I was technically my mum's senior, and I think it would have worked better the other way around.
Yeah, probably.
I could have done like, okay, boss lady, mum lady, but
yeah, it would be pretty hard to tell Ryan or my dad what to do if I was like the boss. Yeah,
I was like, mum, just do it.
Yeah.
You're the worst employee ever.
Callie, he makes jam. Yeah, Zach does make like relishes and stuff.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Zach and his wife are Buckle and Co.
They are. The Zaxxon game Zach found was epic. Yeah, he found in Hard Rubbish, he found this like vintage Zaxxon like tabletop game in the box and it worked.
Wow.
Chucked it in landfill. People.
DM me your address and we'll send you a little care package like we did retro.
Well, it might be something sinister. They haven't opened it yet.
Did you see when Retro made their own tote bags because they didn't get them? They
yeah.
Oh
that
my
was
god!
so
I
funny.
love Ralli Roots.
It was a Salvos bag, like one of the Salvos down
Yeah.
there.
They
That's so
crack me up.
They're
We
so
live
funny.
for Retro Rescuers content.
Yeah, we tried to get one of those tote bags, but because of the time difference, by the time we got on, they were all gone.
Oh, we missed
Yeah.
out.
They really should have made more, but they didn't know like how fast they would sell out.
What's the significance of the white tee since you say you only wear that or vintage?
It just goes with anything, and it's so hot in Florida that if I wore like a black t-shirt every day, I'd be sweating, and I still sweat with this one, but I can just like put on like a fresh one every day.
It's classic.
Yeah, it goes with any shoes, any pants, any hat. It just goes with anything.
That's so good. Working with family is not for everyone.
Sure.
I think even with working with your spouses at times isn't for everyone. Like
It's the best of times. It's the worst of times.
Yeah, that's why I said you have to switch on and off.
I think we're getting better at that. We can kind of, every single time we've ever had an argument, it's just 100% because we've read each other's tone wrong.
Yeah.
And there's actually no problem ever.
Or we're tired and hungry because we've been like out all day or something like that. Something silly that.
And then it's like awkward between you two because you don't want to ask like what's wrong or something like that.
Yeah, you know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, we're getting so much better.
Black is slimming.
True. Black is slimming, but
do you watch any reseller YouTube content other than the Aussies, of course?
I watch Ryan and Ali. I like to watch this. I like to watch this show called Full Size Run, and they talk about like sneakers and stuff coming out, and it's like a comedy too. It's funny. They release on every Thursday when it's in season, so it's pretty funny.
Do you have a big sneaker collection? Because I know that you.
I like shoes, but I don't have a big sneaker collection. No, like all I've worn my whole life is like skate shoes because I used to skate. So, like, spending over $50 on shoes is a little weird to me. But I have a few ones that I've spent a little bit of money on.
I can't buy new clothing anymore.
No,
not unless it's like something amazing.
Yeah, most of our stuff is thrifted now, which is cool.
Yeah, the only new clothing I buy are the Hanes white t-shirts. So,
favorite brother.
Here's a very important question. Who is your favorite brother? Remember, I paid you to get this.
Haven't paid you.
This week.
That's true. You can't answer that. It's like asking your parents what's your favorite son or daughter. You can't do that.
I think at this point it might be Daniel. I don't know.
Oh, geez.
If anyone else has any questions for Ben while he's here, please drop them in the chat. I think we had a couple more, but yeah, we'll make sure we try and get them up. Here we go. Here's one from Look Mum. What's your favorite skate brand?
Crooked. Have it tattooed right here.
Oh, look at that. Bring him up.
Hold on, I'll make you solo.
I'll do that. Can raise the size, you know?
A bit more. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, loving it.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's cool. There we go. This pressing buttons thing is not for us.
It's hard. What have you done apart from the website design, Ben, before you were working with Ryan and Ali?
I did a lot of marketing for the website design company. Like, I don't know if you guys use LinkedIn over there.
Yeah,
we have it,
but we don't personally use it. But
yeah, I've actually deleted mine.
So people used to pay our company, and I would just get connections for them. It's just like the easiest way to describe it is like Facebook for business owners. You can just talk to like CEOs and presidents of the company. So I would just get connections for them, and then they would pay us.
Marketing's such a great skill. Like it's so you can cross it all the way over to.
And especially SEO, like that translates to everything. Like
translate. That's what I was looking for.
Like eBay, you need SEO. Like
it's awesome knowledge to have, but reselling is so much more fun to me.
Oh yeah.
Here's a very important question: can you kickflip?
I probably still could. Yeah.
Favorite sauce? Go.
Sauce.
Yeah. Sauce.
Favorite sauce.
If you ask Ali, she'll tell you that I don't. I have everything super plain. Like when I get a sandwich, I'll have like just turkey, lettuce, and the bread. That's it. I don't get any sauce, but I like barbecue sauce probably, or soy sauce the most.
Plain teas and plain sandwiches.
Right.
I'm a very plain. I don't like to
Simple
talk. I'm
man.
just plain person.
You've got the vintage on lockdown though, so that's the important thing. Why Crooked? Was it their graphics, their team, or both? Crooked?
Well, mainly the graphics, because Mark Gonzalez does like all the artwork, and he's like a pretty famous artist and skateboarder. He like pretty much founded like a lot of street skating and stuff. He's like the pioneer of it. So mainly Mark Gonzalez was the reason why I like Crooked.
That's cool. Damn band, when you flexed, I saw the logo. Guns for days.
Make that the thumbnail.
Do you have a gun license for those or what?
Don't.
Flip, skip, or drip?
On what? What are we talking about?
No one knows.
Oh, favorite food?
Favorite food?
I like this is getting rapid fire.
Yeah,
Yes.
like people just like thinking of random questions. I like probably just pizza. Pizza or mac and cheese would be my favorite.
I had a
What about-
mac and
what about
cheese
you guys?
burger the other day.
Yeah, you
Don't
did.
regret it.
Mac and cheese burger.
Hmm.
Hectic.
See, that was so funny about living in Australia. Like we call sandwiches. Like when we went to McDonald's and got a chicken sandwich, you guys would call it a chicken burger over there.
Yeah.
What's a burger in America then?
Yeah.
It's like a hamburger, like meat and cheese.
Oh.
Like that's a burger.
Right.
But you guys
It's
would.
a burger.
Yeah. So they're bun
so
in Australia. It's a burger. Yeah.
My mind is blown.
Favorite skater?
Nowadays, my favorite skater is Miles Silvas, but Andrew Reynolds and Mark Johnson are also two of my favorites.
Oh, geez. I found an old school skateboard a while back and don't know what brand it is. Maybe you can work it out for me.
Yeah, probably
I feel
can.
like I've just made a lot of work for Ben. He's gonna
Yeah,
have all these
yeah.
DMs.
He's gonna have all these like Supreme DMs.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, sorry, Ryan. He's not gonna be able to do any work next week because he's gonna be answering
Clear
his
his
DMs.
schedule.
I have the weekend. It's okay.
Yeah. Favorite flip? That is a good question.
Ooh.
Oh man, probably the Travis Scotts that I've yet to sell. Well, I'll probably make the most money, but so Brianna and I, we like to go garage sailing every now and again, and she found these Chanel heels at a garage sale, and
Wow.
I think we paid $5 for them, and we sold them for like $280 on eBay, something like that.
Wow.
They
That's
just happen to
Very
be
good
real.
to be able to do that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, she enjoys it, and I do too.
What else do you guys like to do together? Do you have hobbies that you
Oh,
both?
We love to drink boba tea. We go there. We go to like get boba every weekend. pretty
That's
much.
awesome.
And how long have you guys been together?
Like over 5 years.
Wow.
What's your favorite thing about it?
Everything.
That's a correct answer.
Yeah.
It's a
she's-
good answer, but it's a cheap answer.
No, she's a really, really hard worker. Like I don't know how she balances going to college, having a job, and then she also interns on the weekends at the hospital. So it's pretty
Far
crazy.
out.
Yeah.
Busy lady. And then makes time for Ben
Sorry.
as well.
Sorry if you hear the train. There's a train going by right now, and it's like
I can just hear it.
Arrogant legs.
Arrogant legs.
that's like an inside joke, and he knows it makes me mad. So shut up, Ryan.
We've got a troll. Could one of our
Yeah,
mods
kids
just
song.
get rid of that Ralli
Mod
Roots?
that guy. I know I'm in his DMs after this. Absolutely. Yeah, Ben's super helpful. So
Yeah,
if you do have any questions, Supreme related, I'm sure he'll help you out.
much appreciated.
We won't help you out because we don't know.
know.
What would make you leave the nest and go out on your own, either reselling or doing something else?
Question.
That is a good question, and it's kind of hard. But I guess right now, if round 2 offered me a job to go to one of their locations, I might think about it. So maybe that.
That would be hectic, and I don't think anyone would.
That'd be
Yeah, I don't think-
devastating.
I would love to just interact with the customer and see like all the vintage stuff and authenticate it and look at it, and it'd be really cool.
Our cat is like
She's
destroying
breaking
the
down
door,
the
so she
door.
may have to come in and chat. Polo or Tommy? I think Polo is your go. Oh, the cat has joined the party.
Oh, golly.
Yeah, if anyone else has anything else before we end up, please drop it in. I guess you sort of have built a bit of a relationship with Retro Rescuers. How did that all come about?
I was thinking about that yesterday, and I don't know. I think it was suggested for me on YouTube, or they DM'd me or something. I really don't know, but I'm glad I found them. They're great people.
Retro brought you together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have some really unique stuff, and we really enjoy their content. When we were speaking to them the other day, we're like, when's your next YouTube video coming out? And they're like, oh, it's just because our computer's too slow to upload stuff. So Mitchell, Aaron, get yourself a new computer.
My favorite part about them is just like they don't care what people think. They just say whatever. They really need to focus more on YouTube, so I can see more videos of them though. They need to put more out.
Yeah, I think they're trying to. I know that they're getting married in about 4 months now. So I'm sure that'll be their focus until then. But after that, we're hoping for some juicy retro content.
We love them.
Here we go.
Someone called Callie.
Yeah, favorite thing about Callie.
Favorite thing about Callie? You put that in. Callie, if you don't know, she's pretty good at singing. And
I have actually seen some clips, and I was pretty impressed.
Callie's great. She actually
genuinely 100% better than me at singing.
Well,
she did my job before I came, and then I've done her job. So I have a lot of respect for what she does because shipping is annoying sometimes. So.
Yeah. On a serious note, we respect you on another level, Ben. The items you find and the eye you have for genuine fashion is amazing. Thanks for being a true fan. We'll come and say hi next year.
2020, it's happening.
Thank you. I'm glad I met you guys too. And through you, I was able to meet you guys. So I'm happy for that too.
I think that's what we're really enjoying about being on the socials is finding people with common interests and just meeting the most amazing people.
Yeah, and expanding our horizons and kind of talking to those people that have great stories is really cool. And everyone has a great story. So
my little brother asked what my favorite game was, and I just wanted to answer that.
Yeah, sure.
It's Metal Gear Solid. I already said it. He knows.
And what's your favorite console? That's probably a good question.
Oh man. Probably because I've played the most games on it, it's going to be PlayStation 3. Like the only game I have for PlayStation 3 right now is Skate 3. Like I'll only play that game until.
Well, if you're gonna have one.
Yeah,
it's just Skate 3. It's so fun.
I think my favorite skate game has got to be Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Yeah, I played those too, but it's like a completely different game. Tony Hawk Pro Skater is like unrealistic. You got to keep the tricks going. Like you got to stay in manuals and like do all the tricks. But Skate 3 is more realistic, which is why I like it.
Yeah. We did that one.
It was everything. Everything.
Skate 4.
Okay, so if you guys don't know what's up with Skate 4, is Skate 3 released in 2010, and since then people have been asking EA, which is the people that made the game, to create Skate 4. So if you go on their Instagram, EA, any post you pick, if you look at the comments, it's just a whole bunch of people saying make Skate 4.
Yeah,
and they're never gonna make it. It's pretty sad.
We'll just have to get that across everyone's channel, so it puts enough pressure on them to make one.
There's been celebrities and stuff that have said like make Skate 4, and they've still not made it. They would make so much money. I don't know why they would do it. Wouldn't do
Craziness.
I like Tetris.
I like Tetris.
You were smashing Tetris the other day.
Kelly's good at Tetrising the boxes into her car to take.
I was just thinking that our eBay room is Tetris, real life.
Thrasher way back on the day.
Yeah, I still watch videos on Thrasher.
Hey EA, make EA skate again.
It's true, do it.
Do you plan on getting any more tattoos?
Of course.
How many do you have at the moment?
I think 11 or 12. I don't really know.
Brianna's coming through with all the hard questions.
She's coming through. What did I miss? Out garage sailing.
You missed everything.
Yeah, you missed the story.
Why are you out garage sailing?
I'm going to go garage sailing tomorrow morning, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll probably go. There's like a big one coming up in about 3 weeks.
Garage Sale Trail.
Garage Sale Trail down here.
Hectic.
Is that like a community one?
Kind of. It's like all over Australia, it's like 2 days, so Saturday and Sunday, where everyone posts up their garage sale on this one website, and then it's just like the one time a year when everyone's doing garage sales.
Yeah, it's the agreed upon weekend.
Yeah, like every other weekend there's garage sales, but this is like when there are heaps of them. So
yeah, I think I heard people talking. Maybe it was you guys. You might have talked about it on the last episode, but yeah, I think I remember hearing.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that up and hopefully get some cool stuff.
I
Pretty
really hope so.
Might have to implement like the sneaky fanny pack cam or something.
Yeah.
Gotta get the little camera.
Yeah, we don't have a GoPro yet. We've got one of those Canon G7X Mark IIs, but it's pretty compact, so I might be able to rig something up.
You could even just like use your phone too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have done that.
The bum bag.
The bum bag.
We'll get a bum bag.
Callie said she's going to sleep in. That sounds like a good option. How do you decide on what tattoos you have or plan to get?
I really like anything American traditional tattoos, so that's a heavy influence on what I get. I'm not really the type of person that get tattoos that have like a very special meaning. Like some of the ones I have meanings, but I don't want to like, oh, this means this, this means this. I don't want like, I just like how it looks and I want it, so I get it.
Not everything has to be super sentimental.
Yeah. I need to get a bum bag. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's doing the old GoPro at the garage sales. Might have been influenced by those Ralli Roots
Yeah,
people.
I don't know, mate. Possibly.
It's fun to show what you get, though.
What's your dream find at a thrift store?
Ooh.
So I've never found an MC Escher one like out live, but
In the wild.
as much as I like Polo Bear, I've also never found anything Polo Bear at the thrift. Like I found the actual teddy bears, but nothing on clothing. So I'd like to find either one of those.
I think the coolest thing I've seen you find was that pair of Tommy Hilfiger overalls.
Oh yeah, that was like I remember that video. That was funny. It was just hanging. It was just hanging on the back, like it wasn't hidden at all. And I was like, "Wait, are those Tommy overalls?" And I just grabbed them.
That was a hectic find, and you rocking them was next
That was
level.
funny. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, Lord.
So there's an ongoing rift at the moment between us and Look Mum Hustling, only jokingly. Though.
Okay, let's hear it.
We love each other.
So we had a thrift off the other weekend, and we did like a challenge video, and it was best retro toy or game, and we kind of did a bit of a grey area.
We submitted a thermos.
We submitted a 1983 Star Wars thermos. So he's asking you if it's a toy.
He's not happy.
That's not a toy.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's not a toy.
That's okay. We already won, so it doesn't matter.
Off to eat. Thank you so much for coming by and supporting Ben.
Yeah, thanks for dropping in. We're probably going to go 5 more minutes, I reckon, and then
Last question.
Ben get back into his life. And
I gotta drive 45 minutes from here to go see Brianna, and then on Sunday, her and I don't know if she's going, but we're gonna go to a vintage market they're having.
That'd be
That's cool.
sweet.
No!
Oh,
Hey!
hang on a minute.
I can't put Tommy and Polo Bear together, Callie. I can't do that.
There we go.
It's a cardinal sin. They're
Throw
both
it away.
together.
Thanks, Callie, for the extra support.
Can only have one hero at a time in an outfit.
Yeah, that's it. Unless you're like Mario and
I just don't like to mix rival brands together. Like I wouldn't wear an Adidas shirt and wear Nikes. I just don't like to. It's just a personal choice.
that's a fair call.
Oh, golly.
I don't get to wear sort of too many brands out because I'm working most of the time, and it's all like, polo shirts.
The Office.
Yeah, office job.
Lame.
I used to have to wear office clothes too. I know how you feel.
Yeah,
But I do have a Polo Bear belt that I wear every day. So
nice. Just classing it up a little bit. Save me a plate. All right, guys. So we've almost been going an hour now. If
Goes
there's
so
any
fast.
last-minute questions for Ben, please drop them in. We really appreciate Ben taking some time out of his day or evening to come and say hi to all the Aussies, and we really appreciate you sharing your side of the story, and we love seeing you on camera when you do get on there. So
I'm just surprised someone reached out and said that they want to talk to me. So thanks for having
Are
me.
you kidding?
absolutely, we love
Love what you do.
Yeah. And I think it's nice to sort of see what goes on behind the scenes as well, and get those inside, parts about what Ben does, because we don't get to see a lot of that. So
I think we need a Ben and Callie in the morning.
yeah, Ben and Callie.
Ben and Callie in the morning.
Ben and Callie in the morning.
Ben and Callie channel.
I reckon Callie.
Maybe. Callie needs to make more videos herself.
Yeah. I know. I went and had a look at her channel again today, and I was like, 7 months ago. I was like, come on.
Callie,
It's not like you guys are busy.
Callie does
Yeah.
all of the drafts. So
Yeah.
when I'm done taking pictures, I give the photos to her, and then
Mm.
she does all the drafts.
Yeah.
That is so
So
much work.
it's probably good to talk about that process. Is how many items would you photograph in a day?
I try and get 30 done. Callie, would you mind getting one of those sheets?
What?
One of the sheets that I use. Cool. So it looks something like this. Obviously, it's blank.
Oh, we had something similar once.
So
Yeah.
I put my name and the date, and then as Callie's drafting, she'll cross it out. But I try and get one of these done a day. So it's like 30. It's 30 items a day, but sometimes more, sometimes less. Because sometimes I have to help out with wholesale and shipping because Callie's wrist has been hurting, but it's getting
Yeah.
better.
You're impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 30 is awesome. We only get through sort of 10 to 12 a day outside of our full-time job, but
Come home and smash it out. I think being in the warehouse setting would be really helpful. Like,
yeah.
can't get distracted.
Do you find that?
So when I was doing website design, you can do that anywhere. You can stay at home and work. But I found I got so much more done if I went to the office and actually focused on. So coming to the warehouse is definitely good.
Here's a good question. Do you have any hookups for vintage Star Wars tees?
Star Trek.
Oh god.
So
I can
true.
probably find some people. Yeah, I've sold a few myself.
Drew loves the Star Trek.
Loves the Star Trek. Shopping in the chat. Shame
Yeah,
on you, Drew.
yeah.
Spock.
I can only do it with
State
one
of
hand.
the Roots with Ben and Callie. Yeah, that'd be so cool. Ben, the real MVP. And I think that's what we were sort of talking about pre this show is like, we really wanted to hear about you and how you guys sort of support the overall business, because yourself and Callie really are like the underpinning foundations of the bigger picture. So I think that's a great thing to recognize as well.
Mm-hmm. It's great. I mean, I love my job and I'm thankful to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
List long and prosper.
That's funny.
That's so good.
That's a great place to leave it.
Yeah.
List long and prosper.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. So thanks everyone for coming in and spending time with Ben, the man behind the lens.
Man behind the lens.
And we really appreciate everyone that's come along today. I know that Saturday mornings is usually everyone's sourcing time. And thanks to Ben for taking some time out and spending it with us.
Really appreciate it.
And we hope
Thank
to
you.
have a lot more to do with you in the future. I'm sure we will, because now we've got that connection. I'm sure we'll have more
We'll
to do.
be shopping.
Anytime you guys have questions, just let me know, because you guys are super easy to talk to. And if
thank
you guys have any questions for me, just DM me on Instagram. It's Benandjamin.
Yeah, Ben.
So generous with your time and your knowledge. You're the man.
Yeah, thanks everyone. We really appreciate it. I'll just scroll down, make sure we covered all the comments. Great chat, guys. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. Absolutely.
Enjoy your grand finals.
Yeah, a few
It might get intense.
beers will be drunk today, I'm sure. Make sure you smash the like for us, guys. Leave a like for Ben. Let him know that you enjoyed his chat, because we certainly did. And we'll see you next time on This Is Your Reselling Life.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Ben.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.